Ready to go. I got a 16 piece there, ready to rock. 16 dogs calling my name. Happy 4th of July. Go America. If you don't love America, you can go fuck yourself. Go get fucked, because we love America here. So on another dumb show. So this is another dumb hot dog eating contest in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here we go. We are underway. Dunk.
Oh, dunk. He's going with the dunk. Oh, man. One dog down in 13 seconds. He's on pace for 147 dogs in 12 minutes. Sorry. My man. I'm fucking with you.
You got to be careful with the chews, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't want a guy to choke on a dog. It does look like the water dunking is helping these things go down quite a bit easier and quicker.
It's night and day.
Now, were these all? Did you microwave these? Did you throw them on in a frying pan? Just semi-cooked?
I looked up the rules on how they cook them. They cook them for 40 minutes on slow roast. So that's what I did. I roasted them in a pan for 40 minutes. Slow roasted. Low roast.
Really?
Slow and low, baby.
All right. I didn't know there was rules for how the hot dogs had to get cooked.
I just looked up how they did it.
Well, that's dope. I wouldn't even think that. You never see grill marks or anything on them, because I can imagine that would get a little taste sick too. The little charlo marks from the grill.
Take that off. Crap.
Oh.
Anyway, shit. I hope I didn't get.
Oh yeah, you're further away. I was about to say the mic just went quiet, but that's because you're right there.
I hope I'm got water on that other one.
Follow up with what the chat's got going on here.
All right, cool.
Keep them involved.
All right, here we go. It's so cold, the water.
I was about to say, did you go? Was it out of the fridge?
Yeah, I grabbed it out of my fridge.
You need some room temperature water.
I know. It actually surprisingly isn't. This isn't terrible. I don't hate this.
Guy's gonna be at family gatherings now, eating hot dogs, dunking them in water. You see people do it at baseball games, basketball games, and hockey games. They dunk like their their chicken tenders and their Pepsi and shit like that.
I was considering doing Coke Zero as my dip. But the water's, but I was worried about gas.
Bubbly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was about to say, I think you would definitely get too bubbly.
Mm-hmm. Definitely should not have used a clear glass, because the water looks so gross.
No, I don't even want to know what the water looks like in there.
So gross.
Chocolate starfish in the hot dog flavored water.
Don't make me puke, dude.
I was just saying the album title. It was relevant.
I got 6 down in 3 minutes.
Oh, he's cooking.
All right.
Yes, Angelina, he is wetting the dog. He is lubing it up before he gobbles the glizzy.
Oh, water. Oh, shit. That one fell right to the bottom. Gross.
Yeah, wet and everything. But he's absolutely cooking with gas. He's flying through it.
Ooh.
That's his first deep breath. We're 4 minutes in.
The dogs are the hard part. You think it's the bread? It's the dogs, man. You got to really chew these fuckers. Really? Yeah.
You wouldn't think that you'd have to because they're such small in like diameter. You'd be able to swallow more wholesome chunks of it. You know what I'm saying?
They're hard to swallow for sure. Um, uh, Nugget Man says, doesn't go down better when the wiener is wet. You tell me, ladies. Mm. Halfway.
Cruising. 5 minutes in, you're at a lot faster pace than I thought you'd be going, to be honest with you. A lot faster pace. You got this down to a science. With your already chipmunk technique and the small little bites, accompanied with the water, is a dynamic duo of skills.
Oh, man. Woo.
You can see the hand getting a little shaky.
Hand starting to shake. That's the first sign.
Yep, it's. I've watched you eat enough at this point. I know what the telltale signs are.
Mm-hmm.
The deep breath started, the shaky hand a little bit.
Woo. Holy shit, this is getting hard. Oh, fuck. Ah. Whew.
You're ahead of schedule. You're doing good. You're doing good.
I got one like stuck.
You got a Coke Zero there to wash it down, or you? Oh, you can't.
It's like stuck halfway down my esophagus. It won't go down. I'm not choking. It's like past the choke point, but it's like just
But
sitting.
you can feel it. It's like the hot dog's turned sideways.
Ah, fuck it. Yeah, like you ever eat a pill that's big, and like it gets stuck when you go down.
You can feel it in the back of your throat. It's like
It's like mine's like it's like all the way down here. Oh yeah, I needed that.
There's room for 4 more dogs. Room for 4 more dogs. What are we through now? You got to be 12, 10.
Uh oh.
That was a quick little
7 left. So that means I've downed
9.
a 9. Okay. Ooh, good math there. I can't do math right now. This is getting hard right now, guys. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, the struggle bus. The struggle bus has arrived, folks.
I don't know if my body's going to let me get the rest of this down. It's really fighting back right now. I can't. My throat, my puke, my gag reflex is destroying me right now.
It's just instantly arguing with everything that you're trying to do.
Yeah. Shit. I wonder if I get a pop. I feel like I'm cheating though.
I don't know. Are they allowed? They're not. Are they allowed to drink it all during the contest when they're doing the?
I think they can drink water.
Well, I mean, this isn't no Joey Chestnut thing. If you want to try to eat as many dogs as you can, I say throw down some Coke Zero.
I want to try stick as close as I can to it, just for my own posterity's sake. Just so I know how good I could do. Not good, even close to people like this. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even remember what their time frame is when they have it's like 15 minutes or 12 minutes.
10.
10 minutes is 76 dogs.
I don't know how fucking does. I don't know how he does it.
Superhuman. Oh, by the way, I saw a little Batman Easter egg today. Christopher Reeve's son's gonna have a cameo in the movie.
Superman, yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. Saw a little article on comicbook.com or some shit like that today.
Yeah, it's all over everything Cleveland here, so you can't help see it.
Oh yeah, it's about yeah. You guys are right in the thick of things.
Mm-hmm.
And have you been down there yet?
I drove down there one day, and It was so crazy, and so many roads were closed. I couldn't even find a place to park. So I was like, "Fuck this! I don't even know what to go or where to go or anything." So I just bailed.
Gotcha. I think this is dog 11.
Yep.
Just about to hit the 10-minute mark. And my little theory always at 12 minutes is when your body starts to argue with your brain.
It's already there.
You sped the clock up a little bit.
Fuck.
You threw a full glass of water too?
Yeah, almost. Look at that water.
I didn't want to see that.
That's all she wrote.
Yep.
I can't get this one down.
Stamp. Boom.
All right, so
11,
11 dogs in 10 minutes or so. Whoa, fuck.
10 minutes, 20 seconds when you said done for sure.
Whew, fucking A, man. That was fucking brutal.
That was impressive,
couple.
though, dude. That was impressive.
Thank you.
I know you didn't get the volume that you wanted, dude, but the overall speed was straight up impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think I wish I would have done more of these kind of how many can I do and what amount of time challenges back when I was fat. Before it was like I'd have some outrageous number I'd have to hit. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Like now it's just like
unreachable type of goal.
Now it's just dig and go. See how many you can get in a certain amount of time. So, whoo, all right, 11 dogs in 10 minutes. The body shuts down at 11 dogs for me. I don't know how that
the body started to shut down at like 8.5 dogs for you is when your first little
oh man. The sodium kick has already started. Oh man, that is it. I forgot how much I hate this feeling. Sodium toxicity is not a fun feeling. It's not like definitely does not get you high. Yo, what is happening? Welcome to another Dumb Show. I am another Dumb Show host. Thank you guys for joining me on issue number 253. It's so good to have you guys here with me. It feels so good. Feels so right. Having you guys streaming on my tube at night. Why does that thing keep doing that? Just roll, baby. Roll. I do see before I dive into everything, I'm just going to get him in here right off the bat. He's here early. My man, Mikey. What's up, bro? How are you?
What up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Good.
Monitor.
What's happening? Oh shit! Thank you for reminding me. Good. I'm glad that
no doubt.
Glad I brought you in early. That way, I didn't screw up the whole thing for everybody. So, all right, let me get you through all the shit.
No, dude, I'm back on the other side of death's door, dude.
Hold on. Hold on. We'll talk about that in a minute. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody. If you've not already hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, take a second to hit the thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. Take your thumb out of your ass, hit the thumbs up on your phone, put your thumb back in your ear. If you're not watching live, get your comments in. I'll try to read your comments back live on the show. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, take a second to subscribe and you will have access to our live chat here. You got to be subscribed to be able to get in the chat. If you don't want to see my handsome face, or if you would rather just hear my beautiful voice, or if you are just on the job site or something and you can't watch the show, don't forget you can download the show as an audio-only podcast. I get that message quite frequently. Dumb, can I listen to the show as a podcast only? You sure can. Just do it through YouTube Music, and you can download it right there. Follow the show, X, Instagram, at Another Dumb Show. And I mentioned them earlier, the live chat. That's our League of Dummies here. Big shout out to the League of Dummies. Love you guys. You are the best. Boomer85, first in there. Boomer's first quite frequently. I'll give a little bit of love to Black Magic, though, because Black Magic is always very, very close. Just almost got in there. So Boomer85 and Black Magic are both members. They support Another Dumb Show with their financial donations by becoming a member. And I would encourage you guys to do that too, because there's no major, well, I guess not really. YouTube does pay me, but it's based on views and all the stuff that you guys do. So again, no major corporations paying for this bitch, just me and you guys. So really consider donating the show or becoming a member to really help us out and keep this thing up and rolling. You can go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click on YouTube, and click join, and you can become a member and support the show. It's either $2, $3, or $10 a month. Pick a tier level and support the show. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That is the number to call. Well, Mikey's on. He just mentioned a second ago that he is back from death's door. What's going on? Did you get hit by a car? Did you fall off a cliff? What's going on?
Dude, I don't know what happened, dude. I don't know if it was just like major burnout at work with a sinus infection with a touch of COVID or something bacterial or what. But after I had my little my Terra work that I've been on for the last month, talking about working 6 days a week, like 50, 55 hours a week, taking on all these extra calls, working late, everything like that. We had a work picnic last Thursday night, and I finished up at the work picnic. I went home, and I felt kind of like off or whatnot, and I fell asleep on my couch. I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, completely soaked through my clothes, blankets, couch, everything. Massive fever, and dude, it didn't go away until Sunday night or Monday morning.
Ooh, that's the vid, buddy. That's a vid. You got that you got that fever for multiple days and it won't go away.
Dude, the fever dreams were horrible, dude. I'm not kidding. My apartment was set at like 76 degrees. I was wearing a sweatpants, sweatshirt, thick blankets, dude. And honest to God, dude, I've never slept so much in my entire life. I'm talking, I would sleep all night, wake up at, 7 in the morning, and then come to again around 5 in the afternoon, like every single day.
Now, you're not a guy who likes to go to the doctor or get medication. Did you tough this out? Did you just drink water? No Dayquil?
I didn't go. No. I took Tylenol 3 times. I took Tylenol, every 6 hours, every 8 hours.
Keep that fever.
Like that. And then I took Mucinex once or twice because the sinus congestion, and I started like coughing a bunch of shit out.
You were real sick then. For you to take medicine, because I know you hate taking any of that kind of shit, so you must have been really sick.
And still at the same time, like I've got this other problem I should probably be going to the doctor for, but that seems to be on the other side of things. It's starting to heal up a little bit.
The thing in your nose?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask next, is I was worried you think you might have gotten sick from that being infected, because that can give you a fever and all that stuff.
I think it was a combination of everything all together, dude.
Bacterial and viral infection at the same time, maybe?
Something just hit me, dude. This is like as sick as I know, like men, we get like notoriously like baby sick, you know what I'm saying? Like we react horribly to it.
Biggest baby in the world.
We're gonna die and everything like that. Yep. But this was like to the point like where I wasn't even taking like I didn't want no food deliveries from Dukes. There was like nothing, dude.
Really? You're so that sick to where it was just no eating, just drinking water? Did you get like Pedialyte or whatever, or Gatorade and all that shit?
I was just drinking the Gatorade powder that I have here mixed with water, and I was drinking like 64 ounces to 100 ounces of that a day. Not even no appetite for anything. Dropped like 12 pounds.
Well, oh, Jesus Christ, you lost 12 pounds?
Yeah.
Holy crap, dude. That's crazy. Well, that's all, I mean, a lot of that mostly water weight. You probably sweat all that shit out. All the water that was in you and everything.
And I wasn't eating ice cream every night. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did you get did you find those Blue Bunny loaded sundaes I've been telling you about? Did you find those at the store yet? Did you remind your mom?
I barely found my way out of them fever dreams.
Well, you got to remember to tell your mom next time she goes shopping for you, Blue Bunny.
I'm going Costco. I'm going Costco this weekend. They gotta have them there.
I don't go to Costco, so I actually don't know. And I feel like they might not because these are little individual cups. Like I know you were thinking
I'll
like
find them
little.
someplace. I know it. I know exactly what you're looking. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I looked them up online. I know
Okay.
what they look like. I just haven't had a chance to go out and grab any yet.
What's the name of the store you guys got up there? Wegmans?
Wegmans, yeah.
Yeah, that's your big chain store, so I'm sure Wegmans has it. So, well, speaking of eating, Mikey.
Yeah, dude, it sucked, bro. It was absolutely horrible. I have never felt that sick, and the like fever dreams, like on a whole new level, dude.
Fever dreams are
The
just weird.
most
There's just,
vivid, wild dreams, and especially because I'm falling asleep and I'm sleeping through podcasts.
oh yeah,
So
so yeah, you're
I'm
dreaming.
hearing people's voices, so I'm dreaming that I'm like kicking it with fucking Sam Morril and Jim Norton and
Right.
Dan Soder and
All
all
these
these people,
all the
all these
comics that
people
you
are
like, yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy. Did you happen to, speaking of things that you were watching in and out, did you catch yesterday on Netflix, Joey and Kobayashi going at it? That's why I played the hot dog
I thought
challenge.
it was, dude. I thought it was live tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, I had it set up. I had it set for a reminder and everything like that. And last night, like I woke up from a post meal nap before I went to dinner for a real sleep, and I got the alert on my phone of everything that happened. I said, "Oh, you got to be kidding me! I missed it."
Yeah, man. It was. I didn't actually get a chance to watch it, but I read all the recap of it. So, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that's the reason I played the hot dog challenge when we started because that was from July 4th. That is normally when the Nathan's hot dog eating contest takes place on July 4th. And Joey Chestnut, the reigning champion, is usually in that. This year, he decided not to take part in it because he did a deal with Impossible Foods, which obviously is not Nathan. So I guess they're competitors, a vegan hot dog and the most famous hot dog. I guess they're
Yeah,
competitors.
it was weird. I
Whatever.
think it was a weird, just way publicity stunt to like pump this event up between him and Kobayashi, and
Yeah, well, but I mean, he did get banned from the Nathan's one, where, in the end, if he does win that, he only gets 10 grand and, maybe sponsorships from it. But if he won this one against Kobayashi, which he moved to yesterday on Labor Day, if he beat Kobayashi, I think he got 100 grand in this one, or it might even just gotten it just for participating, to tell you the truth. But he put
and
on
the
a
rules were a
fucking.
little bit different. The rules were different too. There was no dunking.
Was that a rule or was that? I think that was his decision.
Well, I know in Nathan's the 4th of July one, you can dunk, and I believe you can't separate bun from dog, but you could dunk
No, Nathan's
bun
they
and
let you
dog in
separate.
water.
They let you separate bun from dog in Nathan's
Oh,
because
yeah.
I'll see people
In this
just.
one, you couldn't separate anything. You couldn't dunk
Okay.
or do anything. This was just raw dog in the dogs.
I saw. Hold on one sec. Let me watch this video because I'm watching. I can't play because it's on Netflix, but I'm watching it, and it is Joey Chestnut. He's dumping water into his mouth, and he's eating them like he always does in his typical style, where he kind of like grinds them into his face and everything. And I'm watching Kobayashi. He is not dunking either. He also is just drinking. So what is the purpose of taking the dunking out of it? I don't know if that's.
Maybe
I don't
like
understand
it
that.
unlocks a different level of expertise or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes it that much more difficult. And I didn't know they did weird shit too. Like they weighed stuff on the ground to make sure like people don't mush it into the carpet. And
Really?
yeah,
I didn't know they did that. That's weird. But well, shit, he put on a show. Maybe that was the ticket to doing it without the dunking because he broke his own record. He'd never cracked 80 before. And spoiler alert, this guy knocked down 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
unreal, dude.
I can't even.
Unreal.
What did I eat? 12 in 10 minutes or something
Yeah.
like that? I don't even understand how his body I guess I can understand how some people have the stomach that just bloats and can just their
Like,
stomach
distends
stretches and they can
everything
handle
like
it.
that. But like your throat and everything else. Like, what is the actual weight? That's what I want to know. Like, how much does 83 cooked hot dogs weigh?
All right. Let's see. How much does one hot dog weigh? 1.6
Third of a
ounces.
pound.
1.6 ounces
All right, so that's kind of light.
times
That's really
83. 1.6 ounces times 83 is 132.8 ounces. Let's divide that by what? 16. Divided by 16. Wait. 8.3 ounces? No, that can't be right. So wait, 16 ounces in a pound, right?
yes.
Okay. So divided by 16, so that's 8 pounds.
It doesn't seem like that much. It doesn't seem 83 hot dogs seems like so much more than that. But that's not including the bread or anything
83.
like that either.
83 times 1.6. 132.8 ounces. Yeah, and then if you divide that by 16, it's 8.3. So it's 8.3 pounds of hot dogs, and that doesn't even count the buns. So you add in buns, 83 buns. How much does a hot dog bun weigh?
The world record, when he had
2.2
73
ounces.
of them, it was 16 pounds of food. So another
Oh,
10
no, I'm not
hot
done.
dogs on top of that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. I'm doing the math here and see how much the buns weigh. There you go. The buns actually weigh more than the hot dog. The buns, 83 buns at 2.2 ounces is 11.4 pounds. Plus, we just said 8 pounds for the last one. So almost 20 pounds of food he ate in 10 minutes. That is absolutely outrageous.
And I was impressed about losing 12 pounds of weight over the course of 4 days.
That's a good point. When you were sick, you said you lost 12 pounds over 4 days, and now you are looking at a guy who added 20 in 10 minutes. I mean, does he go throw those up right away? I mean, they have to go throw those up, right? Or I don't. I mean, no, because they do interviews afterwards and they have to talk, and it's crazy. So yeah, there you go. I don't know. I'm gonna try to go back and watch it just to see. I mean, it's only 10 minutes long for the actual competition, so I want to see these two mow it. Oh, I didn't even say Kobayashi. He knocked down only, I think it was 63 or something like
67,
that.
I believe.
67. Okay, I can't find it in here. That's a weird news story. Anyway, all right. So it's somewhere in the mid 60s, but yeah, nowhere near Joey Chestnut. I read in here that about, there was a point in it, let's see here, about halfway through, about 5 minutes into it, it was pretty obvious Kobayashi was not keeping up with Joey's pace. Instead of like cruising and slowing down, Joey went for like the record. He tried to crack that 80 and then got 83 with a new technique too. Crazy.
It's just absolutely mind-boggling.
Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So speaking of eating, Mikey, I don't think you were here when we talked about this story the other day. Let me show you this. See if it rings a bell. If you were here when we had this the other... Oh, hold on one sec. My computer just decided to hide itself. Let me pull this back up. There we go. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not it. Wrong one. What the fuck is going on with this? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Now I got it. Sorry about that. It jumps. Did you see this tweet? It came in on August 27th, which was last week. I don't remember what day it was last week. Why is this doing this now? Did you read the tweet? If Florida State, this is from hashtag 321 Noel, obviously a big Florida State Seminoles fan. Hashtag BeatBC says, if Florida State loses to BC this weekend, I will eat dog shit out of a red Solo cup with a spoon and post a video of me doing it. Book it now.
Oh, God.
I saw this and was immediately like, oh my God, this guy really, because it went viral, 1.2 million views. So everybody's all, aware of it. And it even got a mention on ESPN. And I saw this the other day. Go ahead.
No, I said, what? How would they even like it? ESPN family programming owned by Disney, and we're talking about eating dog poo out of a Solo cup? Like,
Let's see if I can find this thing. Let's see how they mentioned it. I don't obviously can't play it. He got called out on ESPN about it. Let's see, where did they say? We're in the news story. So Florida State played Boston College yesterday. Okay, so the way it went down is Florida State played Boston College yesterday. Now, Mikey, you noticed me saying that it happened yesterday. I did this story the other day. It was before the weekend. And I thought this guy was being clever. Because if you read it the way it's worded, if Florida State loses to Boston College this weekend, I will eat dog shit out of a red Solo cup with a spoon and post a video of me doing it. Book it. The game was on Monday, not over the weekend. So I thought this was just a clever, ha ha ha, look how I outsmarted all of you guys with this kind of the wording of the tweet.
yeah.
Instead, when this happened, and I did mention that it was on ESPN, I guess Scott Van Pelt mentioned it after the late game. Because after on the they do a late game on ESPN on Sundays and Mondays, late college football game. And then Scott Van Pelt comes on afterwards and he talks with the coaches and he talks about the game. And for somehow he referenced this. I didn't see it. I can't literally play it for you guys because
team's down. That's understandable. They're not down as bad as that dude on the internet who said he'd eat dog poop out of a Solo cup. But then you think you just get to delete your account, and the internet ain't going to forget that, buddy. You don't get to just keep it moving and get a new name or something. People are going to.
So there you go. That was them calling him out about it. And what he did after everybody called him out, this 321 Noel allegedly said in a DM to one of the guys on Barstool, he said, "I'll catch y'all next season. My time on X is done for now. Good luck to everyone." So the dude just said, "Fuck it. I am going dark. I will." I don't. Can you blame the guy? I wouldn't want to fucking.
No. No.
But how was nobody around him, or how was he not smart enough to say, "Ha ha, I tricked you all. Look at what I said. It didn't happen on the weekend."
Yeah, play on words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucker.
I thought that's what he was going for. I thought it was like a clever tweet. No, it's just some dipshit that said he'd eat a bucket of shit or a cup of shit. Literally, and honestly, why do you have to leave X? Just get made fun of for it and be like, guys, my bad.
Hey, jump onto one of your other 4 burner accounts because you obviously have got 46 of them already.
Well, even if you don't, just be like, guys, did you really think I was going to eat a cup of shit? And did we really think Boston College was going to beat Florida State? Because that was not supposed to happen, even though Florida State lost to Georgia Tech last week in Ireland. So yeah, I found that to be pretty silly. So a little update to the story from last week. Can you imagine that though? Just holding a red Solo cup and having a spoon and just,
no.
I mean, I couldn't even, yeah, no. Anyway, so I mentioned that game in Ireland last week. I watched a lot of college football this weekend, baby. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are back. I actually had a Saturday off. I never have Saturdays off during college football season. I just happened to have this past Saturday off. So, oh man, it was so awesome. I get to sit and watch college football all day. I woke up. It was just all day long until the end of the night. Then it was some on Sunday and then one last night. Notre Dame beat Texas A&M 23-13 on the road. Beat an SEC team to bounce them up into the top 5 in the college football rankings. So, super excited about that. I'm looking forward to the Irish having a good season.
Football is back, baby.
I know, I can't wait. We'll talk some NFL here coming up in a little bit, but I'm obsessed with college football right now. And I have a story that actually is kind of, I love college football, but I hate the NCAA. They're real fucking idiots. Like right now, they finally had to relent and let players get paid with the whole NIL rules and everything. So the name, image, and likeness, because
Yeah.
players sued to get, to make money. These games are using them, the teams, the coach, everything is. These colleges are making millions and millions of dollars, billions,
billions of dollars. Yeah, billions of dollar industry, collegiate sports.
So I saw a cool story last week. There is, it was later. It was before week 0. So, last week. So its story's actually about a week and a half old. But there was an update to it as they went into the college football season. The Oklahoma State Cowboys have come up with a really cool thing to where they were putting QR codes on their players, the back of their players' helmets. Now, I do think it's stupid where they're putting it, because how in the world is anybody going to scan a helmet?
Pause.
But what? Well, I was like, that's really stupid. But then I watched an interview with the head coach. I think his name's Ted Lundy, I believe is the coach. He said in all the bars, restaurants, and everything around town, that QR code, student centers, everything, it's on every single table around town. So everybody can. So if you're a big player, Joe Blow, defensive lineman, gets a sack on 3rd down and helps your team win. Normally that's going to go, nobody ever going to know about that except football fans. They're like, oh, that's sweet. And then it just goes by the wayside. And then if that guy ends up making it pro, maybe that's the way he ends up getting paid. Now, one of your favorite players makes a big play. You scan the QR code, you scroll through the players on the team, you get to the player you want, and then you can make a donation to him of $5, $10, or custom amount. And you're a booster, you got extra grand, you had money on the game, you just made, 50 grand, you drop $1,000 to the guy that just fucking won that for you.
Or send a request, because you never know when somebody's feeling generous and wants to give you some money.
That's a good point. I don't think it works that way. I think because it doesn't work directly through. Speaking of that, by the way, I mean, while we're talking about it, I mean, shit. If you're feeling frisky and you feel like supporting the show and you don't want to go through YouTube, you can scan the QR code and directly donate right to your old boy here. We'll just leave that up for a sec. Anyway, so really cool idea, because when you scan that QR code, it takes you to like a website, all the different players on it, all that stuff, and it gives them the opportunity to make some money, even if they're not the biggest players on the team. You know what I mean? Because not everybody in college football is getting paid right now.
No.
Most of them in the big schools all are, obviously. The 5-star blue chip players they're getting paid. But the smaller schools, they're Division I, don't have the huge budget. They get a big budget. That's how they can grow their school, which I think is one of the cool things about this is, if you have a small school that makes a lot of money and has a lot of boosters, and now those people want to pay players to come, that's fucking sweet. I thought the name, image, likeness thing was just like, all right, they're able to go out and make money on like endorsement deals and stuff. No, these colleges literally physically pay players now. They pay them to come to the school, give them cars and all the shit that used to be illegal. That's what they do now. So really cool idea. And now the reason I say I hate the NCAA is because the NCAA said they're not allowed to do it. Got nixed. The NCAA,
like all the way across the board, like NIL deals are done, and players can't make bread on nothing.
The NIL linked QR codes.
Oh, just the QR codes.
Yeah, because
they can still sign endorsement deals by with mayonnaise or whatever the hell, like Will Levis did for the coffee mayo and shit like that.
Right. So that is. They can still do all that stuff, but they took away the QR codes from this. Only Oklahoma State had done it. It was like a revolutionary thing that they came up with on their own to help these players. And now, I mean, just think about that. Like, they popped that. You got a local OSU game play, Oklahoma State game, or just say the Buckeyes or Notre Dame or whatever your local college is that you like to watch. And they're playing that on a Saturday, your favorite player makes a big play and they just say, hey, if you want to help out Joe Blow defensive tackle, all you do is scan this QR code and you can donate money to the guy, or to me. And they took this away from these guys. And it really is let me find out the actual reason. I couldn't, I kind of glossed over the story because I was kind of pissed off with it, but Oklahoma agreed with it. But apparently there was some sort of interpretation of the rules by NCAA, saying that it is not, it's not going to do it. Where the fuck is the point in the story where it says why they won't let them do it? I can't even find it in the news story why they're not allowing them to do it.
Yeah, because like somebody like what's her name was making a ton of money last year. Caitlin Clark.
Sure. I mean, just think about any of those. Like, even here's a great example, like gymnastics. You know, what if you are a big gymnastics fan? They're not going to make any money. You know, maybe 3 of them will if they're a super hot, like that Livy Dunn chick. She's a super smoking hot blonde. But say you're ugly, but you're the best gymnast in America. You know what I mean? Oh, Michael K, I thought you were on hold, dude. I'm sorry, but no. Hold on.
It scared the shit out of me.
I know. I was like,
say, my God. First of all, he talks about ghosts, and now there's ghosts on the fucking show.
Anyway, but no, think about it. You're the ugliest gymnast on the team, but you're constantly getting perfect 10s. You're never going to get an NIL deal because a lot of it's based on looks and stuff, especially in that kind of gymnast kind of world. And then you around campus, there's QR codes to help support the gymnastics team. And the girl that's never going to get the NIL deal ends up making a bunch of extra money just from people donated and boosters being able to directly donate or whatever. Maybe that's what it is. You know what? I wonder if that's why they blocked it. Because it seems like that would be a direct way to influence gambling. You know what I mean? If you tell a quarterback, like you could get a quarterback to tank a game and be like, you know, you tank the game, we got 50 grand coming your way, dude. You know what I mean? You know, especially a small school, you're 4-8. You're never going to make it anywhere. You're not going to the pros.
Fumble the ball on your first offensive snap of the game. Some fucking weird little
prop bet.
Nut bet. Yeah, prop. There you go.
Yeah,
nut bet.
That's a very good. I think we just hit the nail on the head right there, without even really realizing it, because that seems like it would make. That's an easy way to facilitate direct payments for gambling or something like that.
I think it's absolutely wild, especially after watching that Charlie Hustle documentary now. Like, in how the stance of all these professional sports organizations have changed so quickly and made a 180-degree turn on how it ruins the integrity of the game and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
and
gambling, you mean?
It's all about, yeah, dude. Now, every one of these stadiums and everything is brought to you by DraftKings and Pick'em and Better and all these things. Like, it's wild.
It is pretty crazy how the NFL was so anti-gambling, then just went full on and went, okay, we love gambling so much, let's do the Super Bowl in Vegas. You know what I mean? They just completely gave zero fucks at that point. So, well, speaking of podcasts or not podcasts, but you mentioned documentaries and stuff. B1 this weekend, I told her to watch some of I couldn't remember all the documentaries you mentioned, but I said they're on Max, and Mikey said there's a lot of good documentaries to watch on there. And the reason I did that was because, she's been down and out all weekend. She had excuse me. So B1 was I got a text. I was sitting around, I believe this was on, what time is this on Friday? Friday mid-afternoon. I get a text from B1 saying, I hit my head really hard at work. I'm feeling nauseous. And I was like, okay. I just figured she bonked her head. It kind of sucks. You rattle your cage a little bit. Sometimes you get a little nausea. So then I get a text a few minutes later. Well, actually a lot later, because it came in and I somehow didn't even hear it. I was just I think I was playing video games or working, one or the other. I don't know. But the text came in and I didn't hear it. And it was a bad text to miss because it said, I'm not doing well. They're sending me to the ER. Hold on, like, okay, get to you in a minute. So they end up taking B1 to the ER. And her mom, I guess, went with her, which might be, was a little irritated I wasn't the one to take her, to be honest with you. But apparently I'd missed the text anyway, so it was on me anyhow, because I wanted to be there for her. But once her mom was there, I'm not going and hanging out with her mom because her parents don't like me anymore. So apparently while she's sitting in the waiting room with her mom, she's sitting there, she's got a cold rag on her neck or whatever, or an ice pack on her head because she had hit her head so hard. I guess she had actually been sitting in like some surgery room or one of the empty exam rooms in the dark in silence for a while. And then before she left, the reason they ended up sending her to the ER, I guess, is they were just talking to her, trying to keep her like lucid and just kind of keep her
awake and coherent.
Yeah. And then I guess right in the middle of a sentence, she just kind of started talking. And then she would just start to pick up again and then just kind of roll off like that. So the doctor, who is
It's scary.
Yeah, I guess this doctor's son plays hockey and his kids get concussions all the time. And he's like, I definitely believe you have a concussion, so I think you should go to the ER in case maybe it's, something more severe. So she gets to the ER, she's in the waiting room. I guess she's like got her elbows on her knees, and she's sitting there like this with an ice pack on. And then she turns to her mom and goes, "Mom, I don't feel," and just passes. I guess she fell straight over onto her face on the chair. Thankfully, she had a big ice pack that broke her fall. Like, she literally landed on the ice pack on her head, I guess.
On the ice pack, yeah, so at least reduce some of the impact.
Yep. So, and then she, how it is. Once you pass out, it's all confusion. You have no idea what's going on, especially after you've just hit your fucking head.
Down.
Yeah. So, eventually she made her way into, I guess, like, everybody came and rushed to her at that point because, somebody passed out in the emergency room. You get high priority.
Yeah.
So if you're ever there, just fake a pass out and you'll get your ass taken right to the back. Anyway, so she went to the back. They started examining her. And because she had passed out and hit her head so hard, they wanted to do a brain scan on her to see if she had a brain bleed. So they did all that, and they also wanted to do a heart scan because of the pass out too, and some other reason, maybe, I don't think it was her blood, some other reason she ended up having to get a bunch of tests done. So, long story short, too late. She does not have a brain bleed. There's nothing wrong with her heart.
That's good.
Just a severe concussion. So she's been...
And like you said, she got this at work or something? Like banged her head on something?
Yeah, I left that out. She was doing surgery and was bent over, like doing stuff, and she came up like real quick. Or I don't know if she was bent over picking something off the floor or whatever, but she was bent over and she's, just stood up in a normal speed that you would stand up, not thinking there's anything above you. And there was a light that they use for surgery that I guess, it's like one of those movable lights.
It's swing, it's a little swingy lady.
And but it's firm once it's in place. Like, you know what? I'm assuming this is how this light works. To be honest with you, I didn't really get into the details of it. She just said, I hit my head on the surgery light, which to me is a light that moves. But so hard that she got a really bad concussion, and she's still now, several days later, still nauseous, still getting headaches. So I told her the other day, I was like, because I didn't play like professional football, but I played a lot of years of football where I led with my head. Nobody taught me to use my hands really for anything. It was
that's the hardest thing. You got to lead with your head.
It was a battering ram. This spot right here was a battering ram, and my forearms were the shields. So I had lots of concussions. I've had many concussions. some real bad ones too, where you get the like horrible feeling where you're like, I'm trying to put it in. You can't really, unless you've had a concussion, it's hard to explain because it's a unusual feeling because it's your brain is not working the way it's supposed to. You know what I mean? You just don't feel right. You got a weird headache. It's in a weird spot that's not like where a normal headache would be.
Yeah, everything is like discombobulated and
Sounds or everything's too loud. Light hurts. You just feel, you want to throw up. Just breathing, you just want to throw up, and you're just like, and you also start to get scared. Is this ever going to stop? Because all I did was hit my head, and I've hit my head before, and I feel fine. But why is this one causing me? You know, it's 10 minutes usually. It hurts. Maybe put a little ice on it, and you feel better after you bonk your head, a little bonk, something like that. But when you get a concussion, it's another level of. It rocks your whole fucking world. It really does. And it will take you out for days. So I feel really bad for her. And now she is on the, I didn't want to say this to her because she's on the back end of it. Because I don't know if you know this, but same thing that kind of happens with me or had happened with me. When you're getting over your concussion, you feel kind of depressed. You're like down. At least this is how I was. And I don't know if it's just because you're so down from being hurt for so many days and you're just worn down. But she's like that today. She's like, I feel real meh and ugh. And I didn't want to be like, that's a good thing. You got a day or two and you're going to be
fighting through it.
You'll be back. You'll be back in a day or two. But she was so down. I didn't want to mansplain anything to her or anything. So I was just like, let me shut up and let you get through this day. So hopefully B1. KO says, put her in concussion protocol. Yeah. No banging. I couldn't jostle that brain around or anything like that. So. But wishing her well. I hope you feel better, B1. I gave her a couple ice packs and all that stuff. So I do believe KO says make sure she goes to the doctor. I think if it's not getting better by within like a week, they said do a follow-up. And I think she's kind of right about that moment here, where if it doesn't start getting better in the next couple of days, do a follow-up. But yeah, she was visibly, she was scared. I felt bad for her because she gets real scared at the hospital, and especially with like a brain
hospitals
thing.
Suck for one, and anything with your brain and confusion, it throws off your sleep pattern. Concussions are just no bueno. They're just no good news.
Yeah, they're scary. They really are. So, all right. I got a couple phone calls. Jake, I'll get to you in a sec. Michael K has been waiting patiently, so let me grab him. 844-HIT-DUMB. Michael K, what's up, dude? You're on another dumb show.
Hey, how you guys doing, my friends?
Good. Thank you for hanging on, dude. I appreciate it.
I have nothing to do. Hey, Mikey, sorry to hear that you were bummed over this weekend, man. Nothing worse than being sick on a long holiday. But what I wanted to ask, when you were talking about the football thing, I called in earlier. I dropped my phone, and then I got busy unloading my dishwasher, so forgive me if I'm off topic now.
That's okay. You calling about the NAL Venmo code?
Yeah, so if those guys, first off, that code thing, that's like turning college football into OnlyFans at that point. But what I was going to ask is, if these guys are getting paid, we'll say $500,000, which is a lot of money for everybody, but especially a 19, 20-year-old kid, do they then lose their full ride scholarships? Because they absolutely should if they're making that much money, in my opinion.
No, it's no longer. That's part of the deal. You get free schooling. Now, I mean, that was the only deal before was free schooling. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
now
they
you
used
go
to
to
bitch
school.
and moan. What's that?
I said now you get paid to go to school.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. They used to bitch and moan that the schools use them. Now, let's say you're getting paid $1 million a year from Nike. The only reason you're doing that is because you go to Ohio State. So you're using Ohio State. So shouldn't you kick back a little money to them?
No, because the universities are making ungodly amounts of money,
Exponentially more
off of the
yeah.
players. The players are the one doing the work, dude. I mean, Ohio State, has the tradition
Well, right,
and the
but
name,
that's like
but
an owner of a company. That's like you're being an owner of a company. You get paid more than your employees because you own the company.
It's funny that you say that. They're actually literally just having conversations right now about turning these schools into corporations and turning some of the players into creating their own LLCs and thing like that and stuff like that. So there actually there is a bunch of talks right now because it's the wild, wild west right now. When it comes to this, there's almost no rules. They're doing whatever they want, giving whatever they want.
Figuring it out as they go.
Yep, exactly.
This is a situation where something gets way bigger than it should be, and money is the most dangerous weapon on the planet because everybody will do anything to get it. It's the root of all evil, and
True.
it turns our society bad. But these players now, do you even want to make the NFL anymore? Because like I said earlier, I don't know, I'm just pulling it out of my ass, but if you're a 19-year-old kid and you got $3 million by the time you're 24, do you even care about trying or getting drafted in the NFL? I mean, how much money do you need?
You know what? There's going to be there are going to be plenty, but you know what? That's where the recruiting comes in. What are you looking for out of these players? You know what I mean? What you are here to play football? You're here to make money, or both, which is fine if you want to do both. But if you're here just to make money and get out, we don't want you. But there's also the amount of college football players that make it pro is a very small percentage. Most people go into
tiny little window where this will be the only opportunity in their entire life where they've probably spent the majority of their life training, investing, and mom and dad's money in camps and all of that stuff to try to get to that highest level. And this is the only opportunity they'll ever get to get any type of return.
Yeah, and honestly, they're not even gonna. There's so many college football players that have zero ambition to go, or like they know they're not going to go to the NFL. They're going to play in college, and that's it. That will be the end of their 4 years. They're good enough to play in Division I, and that's it. And there's a select few who are able to move on.
Dumb, I have two more things here, real quick. The reason that QR code on the back of their helmets, right? So how long before, let's say, Dumb, again, using you for an example, you're at Ohio State. I'm bookie Two Thumbs Mikey in Vegas, and I want to cover the spread, and I call you and I say, hey, I know where your little sister goes to school. If you don't fumble in the third quarter, we're
going to break Becky's legs.
Yeah.
And then, Mikey, I want to know, did your little slam piece bring you some chicken noodle soup over the weekend? And with that, I will hang up and say, have a good night, guys.
Ooh, Michael missed the update. No more slam piece.
Oh, shit. Yeah. I got to go back and listen. Goddamn, putting my dishes away.
Yeah, no, it was from the other night. You might have just missed him saying
it. Was from the other night.
Yeah,
but
he's.
You know me. I'm still a cuck, guys. I'm still a cuck.
Oh, you went back to? I thought you were sick all weekend. Did you go bang her while you were sick?
No, I haven't. Oh. No. I haven't talked to her, seen her, or anything like that. I actually went full on ghost mode. No talking to her, no nothing. And then last night at 10 o'clock was I could use a friend to talk to.
Hey, man. Whatever works. You do you, bro. I won't judge you. I don't care. You get yours.
Someone to follow me around and smack me in the wrist with a fucking ruler all the time. No, bad Mike.
Well, instead of just text me next time you start texting her, and so we'll try to see if that works. Speaking of that NIL Venmo code, big shout out to I think that's RK, or is it? I don't know. I mix up. I think Anthony is RK. If I'm mixing up people's names, I don't know. I can never tell. Anthony, thank you for the Venmo hookup. He just gave me an NIL donation. So thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it.
Nice.
We'll call that a super fan donation just via Venmo. What was that? Did it show up? There it is. Okay. That was weird. And then shit, we'll just throw this back up too, just in case you want to be like Anthony and support the show directly. You can do it right through your Venmo QR code right there. Just scan to support the show. Let me grab it. He's been waiting on hold. It's Jake who gets drunk sometimes. Not Jake, drunk Jake. It's Jake who gets drunk sometimes. Jake, what's up, bro? How are you?
Hey, man. Long time no talk.
Oh, shit. Wait.
Hang on. First thing, this one here is for Mikey. Held up.
Hey.
Oh,
Bong,
yeah.
bong rip for Mikey. Okay, now wait a minute. So this is the Jake who does get drunk, but only sometimes. This is the Jake we've been waiting to hear from forever. Now, if you guys don't remember, hold on. If you guys don't remember, Jake called in months ago, and he'd been calling in, talking about just some drinking and some, just kind of BSing and stuff he was going through. And then he laid a heavy one on us that I'm going to be going to court, and I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. And then we never heard back from Jake. We'd been wondering for months. Every once in a while, there's another guy named Jake who calls in, and I would always mix up the two Jakes. And I would feel bad because I would get excited thinking it was you, and I'd get the update, and then it'd be the other Jake, and I would be like, oh, man. And then I'd feel bad because I love that Jake, too, because he's super cool, and he's a big fan of the show. And now we got you back, though, bro. So what happened? Where have you been? What's going on?
Oh, my gosh. It's been a whirlwind. So I spent 4 months living at my dad's house. I wasn't allowed to live at my own house, which I own.
Okay, so you own a house. You own a house. You've been put under some sort of. Well, I'll let you finish. Go ahead, because I have no idea what that means.
This you're gonna need to take notes. This is all right. So I got an ex-girlfriend 3 exes ago.
Okay.
Her sister was on some hard times, needed a place to stay. I said no the first time. Another month passed. I said okay. And I knew she'd been on drugs, and I didn't really want that in my house.
Right. Understandable.
So I heard that she cleaned up, and I let her come stay. And 2 weeks later, after she openly admitted that she got bipolar disorder, and everything's all just messed up in her life. No contact with her own child because, upon birthing it, the baby tested positive for THC.
Okay.
So I don't know, dude. It's just a rough life for this girl. I'm feeling bad. Okay, I'll help her out.
I understand. Makes sense. As you're a noble guy, you're going to help her out, even though she sounds like she's a bit of a troublemaker or troubled.
Just trying to help out, man.
Okay.
Just trying to help out. And I can tell you now, I'll never help anybody else out ever again. I ended up calling the cops on her 5 times the first month that she was here. Ended up getting taken to jail. Stayed 3 days in jail. She stayed at my house.
Shh. She got taken to jail, or you got taken to jail?
I got taken to jail, Mikey.
Whoa.
And you were calling the cops on her for disrupting your life.
Here's what it is, Mikey. You're in on the legalization of Ohio marijuana, right?
Yeah, I understand.
This happened like November. This happened like mid October last year. So I'm like, hey, you got no car, so you should change your address to this house so that we can go vote together and legalize marijuana. That'd be cool.
Oh, dude, what a mistake.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Yep. Squatters' rights, baby.
Oh,
got 4 months out of my house, motherfucker.
Oh, my God. So she's in your house now still?
No. I'm back in since March.
Oh, thank God. All right. So, okay. So this was last year. God, it's been that long since this all went down?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Mikey, you all right? You look like you're not now, bro.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Dude, I'm not. I'm listening.
Listen, Mikey, dude, come on, man. I just took a bong rip for you. You can't be falling asleep on me.
You're looking rough tonight, dude.
I'm sitting here packing a bong at the same time.
All right, so All right, so Jay, keep going. Speaking of that, I'm gonna grab a beer. Jay, keep talking. I can bring my little cord with me.
I need to know how you calling the cops on her ends up with you being in jail. That's
all right.
That's
All
just
right. So all right.
storytelling on her
So she's got like bipolar issues. She's clearly stated to me in the month that she's been staying with me that are untreated because her dipshit ex-husband got dishonorably discharged from the military, so she has no health care. She's not being treated for her bipolar. I'm just dealing with it. I have bipolar myself and depression. I'm treated for it. I do very well myself. This woman is just losing her cool like every 3 nights. Losing it.
Yeah.
Ends up she is like threatening to kill me in my own house.
Ooh, that's
so I
nuts.
called the cops, and I'm like, dude, she's threatening to kill me.
Like...
Yeah, she's threatening to kill me in my own house. I'm going, no. So I called the cops. Cops said, listen, we can't take her out of here because her address is this house. She lives here. I'm like, dude, she's gonna hurt me. She's gonna hurt herself. I don't know what to do. I contacted her mom.
They can't take her out there on like
a
5150, like a mental health thing, like a 72-hour hold.
Exactly.
Like
I contacted her mom, and her mom was like, you have to tell the cops that she's threatening to hurt herself, so they take her.
Did you?
I did that. They didn't take her. Yeah, I did. They didn't take her. They
So
said, hey, you got a place you can go?
Did the cops just think this was some weird domestic dispute, so they wanted nothing to do with it?
Yeah, exactly. They didn't know we were just roommates.
Oh, so did she lie and say I'm his girlfriend, or like did she?
No, not like that. But they just thought it was an odd situation.
And that
so you got a place to go, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I got a man cave in my basement. I'll go down there. Well, before I did that, I took my 9mm out of my nightstand. I took it down there with me.
Okay. Because you were afraid that she was going to kill you because she said she was going to do that?
Absolutely.
Sure.
100%.
Crazy. And
so I got like a bar in my basement. It's got a little built-in cabinet behind it. Put the gun on the top shelf. I'm downstairs. You know, there's a pocket door between the basement and the kitchen. And I could hear just slamming going on in the house. I end up opening the sliding door and going, did you just rip the face off of my silverware drawer?
Oh,
She
really?
grabs a hammer, comes at me, says, I'm going to fucking kill you. I back down the stairs.
Jesus Christ.
I ended up behind the bar. I grabbed the gun. I pointed at an I-beam on the ceiling. I said, Carrie, get the fuck back.
What happened?
She said, I'm going to the neighbors. She ran into my neighbors, called the cops. The neighbors called the cops. They had no idea what's going on. Cops came here. I said, what the fuck? I ended up going to jail that night, man. That's what happened. I spent 3 days in jail.
How do you go to jail?
For defending my own house. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
just defending,
exactly.
defending yourself too. I mean, forget the house. You're just you're being backed. According to your side of the story, you were being backed down some stairs.
She had a carpenter's claw hammer that I had in the kitchen, just working on house projects that week. She grabbed it. She come down the stairs at me with it. I was scared for my life.
Well, either way,
I mean, if I would have let her hit, my lawyer told me, he goes, you'd have been better off letting her hit you. Okay, well, so what? Being brain dead then?
What kind of look at what happened? Paul Podesta after he got hit in the head with a hammer. That guy got knocked out cold and he's still messed up in the head from it. What the fuck?
I said,
man?
no thanks. I grabbed my gun. I said, get the hell back.
She's lucky.
The hell back. Like,
you're lucky that you didn't shoot her. To be honest, I mean,
absolutely. And listen, Tom. I own guns. I'm a as liberal as you get. You know.
Whoa.
I won't say I'm woke, but I believe in, you know, people's rights, and one of people's rights they have is the right to bear arms, and especially in my own home.
and the right to protect yourself. Especially, I mean, I don't understand if you are, if it's, I know it's her word versus yours, but how do they not just kind of, how do they flesh that out to where you end up in jail and and it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Did the neighbor
I told you it was going to be a juicy story, Dom. Don't
I'm
know
just
what to make of it myself.
So you went to jail for 3 days. What were you charged with? Menacing, brandishing a firearm?
Aggravated menacing, and then aggravated menacing. I got a very, very good lawyer who got it dropped down to menacing. I got 6 months non-reporting probation.
Oh my God!
So I can still smoke weed.
God,
It's non. Oh, so he just said non-reporting. That's what I was just gonna
Non-reporting,
say.
so I can still drink and smoke. Yeah. Oh, so all right, so that's another thing. My lawyer's like, he offers me the first time. All right, so 6 months year probation. I go, no, I am the victim here. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't deserve to be drug tested every month. I smoke weed habitually. Sorry. He goes, so what? You want me to just walk into the judge and tell him that my client smokes a bunch of weed? I said, no. That's why I paid you a bunch of money. That's your job to figure out. You're not working hard enough for me. This dude stood up in the fucking Rocky River courtroom. He said, you're used to talking to people like a punk. I said, okay, you're a punk. You're not working hard enough for me. My dad got on the phone with this fucking dude I was on the phone with my dad when he called me a punk. My dad said, give me that fucking asshole's number. My dad called him up. My dad called me afterwards and said, I had to calm that prick down. He's an asshole.
Now,
he's a real asshole.
Is this one of these?
No, he's a real notable lawyer. He's a real notable lawyer in Cleveland, I'll tell you that.
And you were paying him, and he gave
me a shit fucking option. He gave me, here's a year probation. I said, no, I was defending myself in my house. You're not working hard enough. So what do you want me to do? Go tell him I smoke a bunch of weed, and my client smokes so much weed, he wants to smoke weed? I said, no, figure it out. He ended up coming back to me. All right, 6 months non-reporting probation. $350 in court fines. I said, done. Let's do it, bitch.
All right, that's good. So that's not the worst thing that I guess to come out of it. I feel like there's got to be more to this story.
I'm not trying to say.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say that there's lying or anything like that. But there's
no. Listen, I called the cops on that woman 5 times in the first month. They were here 5 times in the first month. By the time they showed up the second time that night, they knew exactly who I was. I went to jail in sleep pants and slippers because I was already in bed. This whole thing started at 10 o'clock at night, and then I got sent down to the basement.
Did you talk yourself into getting arrested? Did you talk yourself into getting arrested? Is almost what I'm.
I got to honestly answer yes.
Yeah. So
because I said you know what here's I said she was coming at me with a hammer. I want her out of my house. I want all this. I had no other option but to pull a gun and point it at the ceiling. They said, "Hold up, there was a gun." I said, "Yep." They go, "That's brandishing a firearm. Sir, stand up, turn your hands around your back."
And they took you. Wow.
So anybody listening, okay, the cops and the lawyers, apparently, they all think it's okay for you to get hit over the head with a hammer instead of protecting yourself, just so you know which side the law's on.
It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all.
No, it definitely does. It doesn't
I'm still fighting this.
I was gonna. So it's not done yet. You've gotten. Well, what's left? Where do you go from here?
I got about 10 days till probation's over.
10 days till probation's over. Is that why you've kept your mouth shut to just get through this until everything's done, or?
Damn right. I did not want to rock the cage.
That's understandable. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Wow, dude. So where is this
system we live in, dude? Absolutely garbage.
Oh, I heard she's working at like Cedar Point as like a ride attendant now. Like
Sucarney now. Okay.
Even better.
Oh yeah. My dad's girlfriend follows her on Instagram, just keeping track of where she's at. She's just basically got low menial jobs, gas station, bullshit, minimum wage jobs here and there. Like,
Were you banging this chick while she lived there?
absolutely not. I have never,
Really?
never had any sexual contact with this woman. Nope. I
God,
was
so
dumb.
just-
I swear to God. Listen, I'm a poon slayer, bro, and I did not. I said no. This is my ex-girlfriend's sister. I'm solely doing this for the charity of somebody that's I've literally been in those shoes where I'm maybe not those shoes, but I've been down the road of hard life,
need some help, or I understand. Right on. Well, dude,
Nice guys
I figured,
finish
I could
last,
give
man.
my
Nice guys finish last.
true that, right?
Yeah, but now I basically I tell people I work with, I go, it sucks that I have to think like this, but if I see some girl, I'm 30 years old, some girl my age on the side of the road with a flat tire, I am more than capable of changing any flat tire on any vehicle. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just gonna drive right by.
Yeah,
Sorry, can't do it. Call AAA. I can't be labeled as that creep, that weirdo. I don't need any of that shenanigans. No, I'm good, man.
Yeah, that's not good when you're just trying to do something out of the goodness of your heart and their mental illness takes. Now,
Dude,
do you think the
this
two
girl
of you
showed up here?
were you two butting heads like from the minute she walked in the door, basically, or like were you
She
trying?
admitted to me that she admitted to me after 2 weeks that she was having withdrawals from heroin, and that's why she was so hard to deal with the first 2 weeks.
Well, Jake, I get a little bit of a vibe from you that if, and don't take this the wrong way, that if she was in your home, you're running the show, and it's your way or the highway, and if she's not going to be living the way you want her to live, it's not going to work out. Or do you think that she knew you were a sucker?
I'm not going to correct you because that's a damn straight fucking call. I am not taking shit. It's my way or the highway. Damn right. And I'll tell you what, I've got heroin addicts in my family, like cousins, but I've never had to deal with them like directly like that. Dealing with somebody coming off of heroin, like straight out of the strip club, like, dude, I had never encountered someone so evil like that. I think I'm an asshole. That
Do you think
woman,
she knew you were a sucker?
That woman made me tear up at night because when laying in my own bed because I'm like, this bitch is fucked. I don't know how to fucking handle this.
Now,
have you ever dealt with an active heroin addiction? It's painstaking.
It's the devil.
yeah, it ruins
It's a
people's
person
lives.
that they don't
Exactly. There's no truth. It's all lies.
Your life.
And I ended up with a fucking squatter in my house. I ended up living with my dad in Medina for 4 months.
Do you think she?
Get this.
Oh wait,
Tom, get this.
yeah. Hold on, I forgot about that. So you live with your dad now? Is she still in the house, or is it just
No.
like?
I live in North Olmsted, back in my own house. Listen to this. My dad was 15 minutes away. They had a deal. They were going to let me come stay at my dad's house for the night if they didn't arrest me. I was going to go stay at the drunk tank, a.k.a. dad's house, for the night. 15 minutes away, I mentioned the gun thing. They said, nope, stand up, turn your hands around, back. Dad still shows up here. Dad says, I'm taking my son's dogs. I have 2 dogs. Awesome dogs.
Okay.
I get out of jail 4 days later. They said, oh, yeah, you're lucky your dad took those dogs that night because if she felt any sort of, what is the word I'm looking for? Emotional bond to those dogs, she was going to have custody of them.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Dude, I was befuddled. I was like, now that I'm going to get a gun. I'm going to get a gun at that point. I'm not even allowed to have a gun right now. At that point, I'm going to get a fucking gun and get my dogs back.
I understand renters' rights, but it's gotten out of control.
Do you?
I mean, I understand like basic renters' rights. I understand.
She didn't pay me a lick of rent, nothing. I was just helping out.
And then you
No
ended up
rent,
getting
nothing.
screwed.
She was just free living.
Did
Dude,
she?
she showed up with a She showed up with a grocery bag full of clothes. I took her to Target on like a little shopping spree and spent $200 on her so she could have like actual underwear that weren't tattered.
Going
Oh
back
my
to the
God.
weed thing and the address, was this totally your idea, or did she kind of slightly mention it to you? And you
It was my idea. I said, "Hey,
Oh,
it was my idea. Dude, I didn't think she'd be that much of a lowlife. Sorry, I got so much trust in people. I'm a good person. Maybe I just
Yeah.
expect that of everyone else.
wow.
That's the tough
It
part.
sucks
man.
'cause I just
You
can't-
see
and now-
past
and
all
now-
that,
and
you,
now
like,
I'm at the
see
point
people's
where-
potential.
And now I'm at the point where, like, I'm a good person. Like, if you're an old lady on the side of the road, I'm more than capable of changing a tire for you.
Yeah, you said that.
And like, no, I don't need any money.
You
But like
already said
now I'm
that.
like, no, I'm driving my ass by. Sorry,
Yeah.
I've been fucked over. I can't trust it.
So where do you go from here, Jake? What's the next step?
Shit, man.
Crack
I'm back
another-
working in the union
Yeah,
still.
I was just about to
I
say.
just
And I'll
heard-
tell you,
don't
I got
open
a
that
great
drink.
girlfriend.
Crack a
I
beer.
got a great girlfriend. Just made a fucking full tray of enchiladas. Life is looking up from here, Dom. I'm telling you
Awesome.
that.
That's great. So you got.
I'm
you did-
never
it didn't aff-
helping anybody out ever again.
Well, you can help me out by watching the show. That's all I ask from you, my dude.
Well, I watch every day and I'm subscribed.
That's
As everyone should be. Like, subscribe, share the dumb show, motherfuckers.
That's my dude. I love
Jake
this
said
guy.
so.
Jake's the man. Yeah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Jake's the man.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
All right, my dude.
All right,
Well,
Dom, I'll let you go finish up the show. I just figured it's been long enough. I figured I owed you the
Missed
wrap
hearing
up,
from you,
and
buddy.
I will actually
Glad you're
give you a
okay.
call back when I get my guns back, because they took all my guns.
Oh, really? Do you get them back though?
Oh, they took every single gun out of my gun safe. I got a big gun safe, and not a lot of guns, but a big gun safe. They took every single one. I get everyone back except the one that I pulled, quote unquote, on her.
Why is that evidence now, or?
Because it was a gun used in a violent crime. They say cops don't like giving that back.
God.
They said I could fight for it, but I'm like, dude, I'm not made of money.
Right.
It's a $350 gun. It's a cheap throwaway gun.
Yeah.
I always I'm a semi-gun collector. They always say if you're ever going to use a gun, use your cheapest gun because the cops are going to take it from you.
You don't want to lose that one.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Exactly. Oh, I'm getting all my nice guns back. You know what I'm talking about. That high-polished chrome 1911 45 Smith & Wesson, baby. Oh.
All right. Well, I will listen to this fucking guy and his gun talk. All right, Jake. I appreciate you calling in, dude. Keep it up and give us a call back another time. All right.
I'm going to keep it straight-laced from here on out, brother.
All right, dude. Don't help anybody. It's going to get you in trouble.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stop
All right, bye,
changing
Dom.
tires.
FTW. Now, FTW is supposed to be for the win. Forever, the longest time, I thought it meant fuck the world.
I was just about to say FTW is fuck the world.
No, when people say that, like in posts and stuff like that, it means for the win. Not fuck the
I
world.
don't like that. I
Yeah,
don't like that. I'm gonna keep it with fuck the world.
It is for
It's
the
just
win.
like FUBAR.
You want to hear a funny story about FUBAR? Hold on. I got to fix this camera real quick. It's this fucking... Mikey, check the chat for a sec while I fix this camera. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, dude, speaking of sayings and stuff like that, I remember like FUBAR, stuff like that. When we were a kid, we used to walk around singing this song, Stank, Punani, Stank, Stank, Punani. And I remember I was in like 7th grade and I told my father about this song that we had just learned. And my God, did I get grounded, dude. My mother heard it coming from down the hallway. It was
Oy
just
vey.
bad news.
Cats. Killing me. All right. I'm back. All right. Jimmy, you're on another dumb show. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, Doug.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, nothing. I know that this is going to be a real touchy subject, and I know it's something that you don't like to deal with.
Uh-oh, what I
But
do?
your good buddy over there has fallen off the wagon again. And I only say this out of love. I am a recovered heroin addict, and I watch this man on a nightly basis, nodding out and denying his use and it's going to lead to our friend's death. I know you
I
don't
wish
want to deal with this.
I understand where you're coming from, my guy. I really do. But I'm in an outpatient program right now. I'm on Suboxone. I piss clean weekly. I've been pissing clean weekly now for about 3 months. I'm coming off being sick as a dog for the last week and a half. And to be honest with you, if I was messed up, to be honest, I would just say, I'm not going to be on the show tonight. Really.
Okay, well, I appreciate the honesty, and I
really do.
I understand. I
do appreciate the concern, and I understand what it looks like and everything like that. But right now, at this moment, there's nothing else going on in my life other than Mucinex, Tylenol, Suboxone, and all of my antipsychotic meds. Which is there's a new one sprinkled in there right now as well, which could be affecting me, but I don't believe that's it.
All right. Well, I
Mikey,
gotta be honest with you, Mikey. It looked rough earlier. That's
understand.
why I finally said something, because it was getting rough there for a second. It was actually, usually I don't notice it. It doesn't even distract me. Like, even when people say it in the chat, I'll be like, what are they fucking talking about? And then I caught it. I was watching earlier.
Yeah.
So last time that this happened,
I was half asleep before the show even started, and I to be honest, I wasn't even going to really do the show tonight, but I was just sitting here on the couch.
okay. Well, I'll listen. Jimmy, did you have anything else you want to say? I don't want to cut you off there.
I appreciate the love, Jimmy. I really do. I'm not going to get offended or nothing like that. I understand what it looks like. I really do.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you take it that way, and just know that it's 100% out of concern. I've been through it. I thankfully, I'm California sober for the last 11 years after using heroin and opiates for about the same amount of time. So I just want you to know that if it's the Suboxone, that's not recovery, and we both know that. It's just a stepping stone to recovery. It's also a drug that can be abused.
Oh, absolutely. I'm in the process right now of trying to get to my 10-day window. I need 10 days off the Suboxone. I need 10 days off of everything so I can go back on to my every 6 weeks Vivitrol shot.
All right. Well, it sounds like you have a plan, and I hope you follow through with it, Mikey, because we love you.
And I love you too, man. My days of getting upset and everything like that with the chat for their concern is just, it's a waste of energy on my end. And I know that everyone's coming from a place of love. I really do.
100%, dude. Nobody's here to fucking judge you, or they are judging you, but
yeah, that's fine.
But not for that reason.
It still comes from a place of love. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Exactly.
It's not trying to call me out or anything like that, but yeah, and I don't doubt that whatever this bacterial infection or whatever I have going on in my sinuses is probably a lot more serious than I'm willing to admit to, and scared to death to go get it checked out. Like you mentioned the other day, like a staph infection or something like that. Like I can feel it up there. Like, right. There is something wrong.
I know. Well, all I need to do, like, I don't care if I'm not saying you are. Don't care if you lie to us all day long. Just don't lie to yourself. That's the only thing I ask.
That's the most important thing. I got to be honest with myself, and if I'm honest with myself, I can be honest to everybody else. But
that's where it starts. That's where it starts, my friend.
Makes no sense.
All right. Well, speaking of sobriety, I actually have a story about somebody who is in recovery. Jimmy, actually, thank you for your call, Jimmy. He dropped off before I had a chance to kind of say hello and goodbye. But there is, I don't know if you remember this video, Mikey. Let me play this video for you and see if it kind of rings a bell for you. There's no audio to this video. It's just a police dash cam video, as you'll see a car driving with their flashers on. Now, the car with the flashers isn't the one you want to watch. It's the car out ahead of this one. The car was flashing because they had actually called the police about the car that they're now chasing down. This is a 35 mile per hour zone. The car ahead of them is going well over 70 miles per hour.
he just took off quick.
Yeah, saw the police and decided that this is exactly what I did when I got my DUI. I sped away thinking I could make it to the next town. Thankfully, that did not happen to me.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
I do
it was
remember
a
this now,
yeah, it was a massive. Actually, we'll just do full screen on that since my face is in the way. That was WKYC Channel 3 here in Cleveland, meteorologist, well, now former meteorologist, Holly Strano.
That's why I remember this video.
That's true. She made a post today. Why is this not opening? There we go. She put a post on Instagram today, and that was, let's see, how long ago was that? I don't even remember when that video was from, to tell you the truth.
Wasn't it like almost a year ago or spring?
Let's see, September 2024, that's now, so no, it's not showing me when it, oh no, November 29th of 2023, oh, Thanksgiving.
Right, yeah, so fall.
It was right around Thanksgiving, that's right. She put up a post on Instagram today, Holly Strano did. She says, I'm sad to share that after 22 plus years of dedicated work, WKYC and Tegna, that's WKYC's owner group, decided to terminate my employment after I shared my recovery journey publicly. I believe the actions of WKYC and Tegna demonstrate the stigma surrounding addiction. Jesus, can I read right now? My God. I believe the actions of WKYC and Tegna demonstrate the stigma surrounding addiction so that many in our community experience every day. What? Maybe that's why it doesn't make any sense. So she's saying that the people who fired her are demonstrating the stigma. I don't know if I like the way she's using demonstrate there. I guess maybe that's the only way to use it. Okay, they demonstrate the stigma surrounding addiction that so many in our community experience every day. She says, I've been honest and authentic about my journey, and I will continue to do so for me, but also for you and everyone who is struggling in silence for fear this type of conduct by your own employers. For fear of this. This is a weirdly written post here. I'm continuing to prioritize my sobriety and health, and I'm also so grateful for the outpouring of love and support from so many of you throughout this journey. Thank you for welcoming me into your home for all these years. It's been the privilege of a lifetime. And a nice happy smile from her there. Fuck, comment. I just realized the first comment.
Oh my God.
I love that. That's probably because I follow him, so it obviously puts up people I follow.
But still, small world that just happens to pop up.
I love it. It is the first one. So yes, this is Holly Strano from WKYC in Cleveland. Formerly of WKYC in Cleveland. She's no longer there. Sad story. Thankfully nobody got hurt in that car crash, big crash that they had. But there's actually, now I kind of wonder a little bit about this. I kind of wonder what everybody thinks about this, because, if I were the ownership group of this, news company, this TV channel, I don't think I would look at Holly and be like, hey, Holly, we're going to give you another shot, but don't be posting anything about your recovery or any of that. That's not the news story here. We're not going to turn your recovery into the story. It's not a human interest story. You fucked up.
It's not a redemption story or anything like that. And to be honest with you, yes, it's everyone likes a redemption story or everything like that. But I'm assuming that you are in a program that talks about anonymity and humble and doing inside work and everything like that. It doesn't need to be a journey that's shared for the masses.
Here she is 20 weeks ago. She says, as I'm reflecting on 133 days sober, this picture was taken by a member of my support team. I never knew something so hard would lead to so much joy. Getting fired. To all of you fighting your own fight, please know happiness is on the other side. Which it does suck that she actually finally did get sober, because she was drinking, that they end up fucking firing her because she told everybody, I'm getting sober. So that does suck for her. I feel bad. But if I were the owner of that company, I'd do the same fucking thing. I don't even give her probably a second chance in the first place. I'm shocked that they did that, especially with the gratuitousness of that whole thing. The fact the speeding in a rural neighbor or a suburban neighborhood, huge crash, taking out telephone poles,
power outage that it caused,
the
and
damage
the
that
overtime.
there was a huge
and-
amount of damage done to that business where she crashed too, and their parking lot and everything. So I it's almost like she needed to be like, I'm here and I'm just gonna be, lack of a better term,
Lay
be
low.
under the radar.
Yeah, lay low.
You know what I'm saying? But no, she decided I'm gonna come in like a fucking tornado and share my journey with everybody and get myself canned. So I do feel bad for her. In the sense that, she got a second chance and it didn't work out for her, and she was, I hope she doesn't fall off the wagon because she lost her job and everything. And who knows, like, that's going to be hard for her to find another job. She's a little older. They like the younger people on the news.
Very public story about what happened to her.
I mean, it went viral all over.
I
mean,
wouldn't
it was
be surprised
worldwide.
if she goes some route of wrongful termination or.
Oh, I believe she's setting herself up for that or something along those lines. I mean, but I don't. I don't know what's the proof that they fired her for that. Well, in Ohio, you can fire anybody for any reason.
It's an at-will state. The same thing for New York State.
Yeah, the right to work laws there. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
As far as getting rid of somebody. Take it from me. Literally, you get fired for no fucking reason, and they can just say, no reason, we're just firing you. Or make up some ridiculous reason like inappropriate behavior. You mean tell them it like it is?
Doesn't fit the culture.
Yeah, when you're told inappropriate behavior for when you're on a show where your job is to be inappropriate for 4 hours a day is the biggest slap in the face I've ever gotten. Hey, be a crazy rage monster for 4 hours a day, and then we're gonna fire you for inappropriate behavior. Okay. Yeah. Well, Mikey, real quick here. Actually, this is something. I have one last story, and then we'll wrap things up here a little bit. I have one last story. Have you ever heard of the safety shot?
No.
Safety Shot is a company, or it's a drink you can get that is clinically proven to reduce blood alcohol content. Safety Shot is the world's first. Here, I'll just pull up their website so you guys can see. Excuse me, my goodness. Clinically proven to reduce blood alcohol content. Safety Shot is the world's first rapid alcohol reducer that lowers blood alcohol content by supporting its metabolism. Safety Shot helps you feel better faster in as little as 30 minutes. Isn't that crazy?
What?
The science behind it. Step 1, how it works. Fast acting effects. The ingredient. Let me zoom in a little bit. It's kind of small.
I was gonna say, my old ass eyes can't read that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get it bigger for everybody. Sorry. Is that good? Can you read it, Mikey? Because I know you're looking at it. You on a phone? You on your phone or computer when you look at that?
No, I'm looking at the computer. The
Okay.
ingredients in the Safety Shot are rapidly absorbed, helping to improve CNS activity, cognition, and motor cortex function. You will bounce back and feel rejuvenated in as little as 30 minutes after consumption.
I'll be damned.
Step 2, your safeguard. Reduces residual alcohol from being absorbed in the gut by creating a shield around the gut wall, which also reduces a stomach discomfort.
I'll be damned.
Huh.
Hold on, let me full screen so I can see the rest of that.
So step 3, it takes about an hour for the liver to metabolize each standard alcoholic drink, and the process is rate limited. The faster and more you drink, the higher your blood alcohol relies, and the more intoxicated you become. Safety Shot reduces blood alcohol content through several factors that help process alcohol more efficiently. It should be noted that every person is different. Genetics, liver health, habituation, and a host of other factors can influence the rate in which alcohol is metabolized.
Okay, that's their
Alright.
catch-all. So, to say it might not work for everybody. It's not FDA approved, might not work for everybody. So here's step 4. You maintain hydration. Your body maintains hydration through the precise combination of vitamins, amino acids, and minerals, supporting the maintenance of muscle and brain function. And number 5, it improves well-being, improving the overall feeling of well-being through a cocktail of nootropics and vitamins designed to reduce alcohol's after effects, improve recovery, and return the body to a normal state of functioning. Now, the fun one that I thought was interesting in this that we read here was number 2.
2. Yeah, creating a shield around the gut.
Now, that is a direct ripoff from, you remember the old 1960s or 1970s Batman show with Adam West? Remember that like real cheesy Batman show where it's like sock, pow, wham.
Yeah.
That show? On that show, there's an episode where Batman has to go to a party. And as part of the party, he has to drink alcohol to fit in at this party. Now, I can't remember if he was going as Bruce Wayne or Batman. Probably was Bruce Wayne if he was drinking. Batman, probably not drinking. But he drank all these drinks. And afterwards, when he switched to being Batman, Robin was like, Batman, how did you have all those drinks? Yet you're not feeling any of the effects of the alcohol. And Batman says, well, young Robin, prior to coming to this party, I ingested buttermilk. Buttermilk coats your stomach and allows me to not absorb as much of the alcohol as I normally would without the buttermilk. Now, do you think that the people saw this 1960s Batman show and said, wait a minute, let's come up with some sort of gut wall shield? Batman knows what he's talking about. Bruce Wayne is smart as fuck. This is Batman technology we're looking at right here, Mikey. The safe shot is Batman technology.
Like on his utility belt.
Yeah, that was also the same one where he had shark spray. Same episode, I believe. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I think I might actually get a safety shot, because another thing I read too is that the clinical data, they've actually got like clinical data now that confirms that this safety shot also dramatically reduces hangover symptoms associated with this excessive drinking. So it's literally so you drink a beer, you drink this safety shot thing, you're only going to absorb, according to them, half of the beer that you would normally absorb. And how cool is this? This is so cool, man. This is great. Like, imagine you're at the bar.
At the same time, like, is this like you drink till you're drunk and then you use this to recover quickly? Like,
I think it does. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do. It reduces, you get less drunk. It's an anti-drunk. It's like
I mean, there's other alternatives out there for that. That's also not FDA approved.
That's true. You just rip a bunch of blow and you're right back in the game, baby. You forgot you even drank it all. It's like you're not even drunk even a little bit. But that's funny though. All the times
it's still going to be the amount of alcohol in your body, so it's not going to effectively change your BAC level.
No, it does.
Don't see how it.
It says right here. It says right here. A wellness company behind the world's first rapid alcohol reducer that lowers blood alcohol content by supporting its metabolism in as little as 30 minutes. So it does reduce your blood. So I got to get really drunk one night. This is a perfect, and I bet you that this is what Diana's on. Are you calling to say that I need to do this with the buzz balls?
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought you were going to say, remember when I brought up drinking game the other night?
We can put it to the test.
No, I 0 out of 10 recommend that one.
What do you mean? You don't do the buzz ball thing now? You get too drunk? Do you get sick?
Oh my God. Not throwing up sick, but I did not feel well the next day.
Well,
it was tolerable. I was fine by noon, but.
So this is a perfect one to try then. It gives you a bad you get really drunk really fast. It gives you a bad hangover. If I get the safety shot thing, I could get drunk on the buzz balls, see if it helps me not feel as drunk after a half hour, and then the next day we'll see if I have no hangover. I think this is something we should try.
Yeah.
I love this idea.
Okay, I'm in.
All right. What's up? What do you call? What can I do for you?
Well, something that you, I think, forgot to mention about the Holly Strano thing, which I don't know if you know about, but I think around July, beginning of August, she reported that she had a cancerous ovarian tumor removed from her body. So she was diagnosed with cancer too. So it makes me wonder, does she have a lawsuit now? Like, I get, okay, the DUI thing, and maybe people were just incessantly writing, calling, all of that. But now
I
she
doubt
had
there
cancer
were.
and she got fired?
I doubt anybody even called at all. They probably got no complaints about that. I bet you there was not one. People. I would be.
There were people talking about it online. Like, how could they keep her on as a role model?
Online, I guess I could see that. Oh, all right. Maybe, if people were saying online, maybe they would take the time, the old weird people would call the radio station or the TV station and be like, I don't think Holly should be on anymore. She's a bad role model. Get a life.
Yeah. In this culture, yes.
So, I wonder what's going to happen to her. If she's going to be able to find another gig, or she'll turn into an influencer, a recovery influencer. I would go that route if I was her. You probably end up getting more followers and make more money than you do fucking talking about the weather and fucking sleep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you scroll back at her post, she set herself up for that already.
Oh, you think that's what she's been working on? Is she's been working that angle this whole time?
It's a possibility. Like, she posted the typical, I'm 10 months sober, post, recovery, hashtags, all that.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens with Holly Strano. While I got you on here, if you guys, I have a rule for you. If you guys do all go, because I mentioned the other day that I am also, the show, I believe it is also streaming live on Twitch now. And I saw a few of you guys mention that you wanted to go over there because there's no ads, which is cool. I don't mind that at all. I'll miss you guys in the YouTube chat, and I'll try to figure out a way to get Twitter or Twitch chat up too. Having said that, make sure you guys are calling into the show if you're not going to be in the chat, giving me guff in the chat. Make sure you guys are calling in like you're doing right now. Sound good?
Yeah, be like me.
That's right. Tell Gabriella and Angelina and anybody else that doesn't want to hang out in the YouTube chat. Come do it in the call. You got to call. That's a new rule. Deal?
Got it.
All right, perfect. Spread
Deal
the word.
for me.
All right, perfect.
Okay.
Now you got to say it for everyone, not
Bye.
just for you. Damn it. All right. All right. I think we're probably going to wrap things up here. I just realized we're almost 10 to 8 here. So, God, I had
Speaking of, what about this Ricky Pearsall thing, dude? How wild is that?
That's on my fucking shit to talk about. There's Ricky Pearsall is a wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers who was walking down the street at 3:30 in the afternoon in San Francisco, where he was shot in the chest when somebody tried to rob him for his Rolex. Thankfully, the bullet went in his chest and came out his back without hitting any internal organs or vital organs, which is insane to think that this happened.
Unheard of, dude.
Yeah, so I'm sure that didn't feel very good. I do actually have a clip of him right after he got capped. Let's see here. Where's that clip? Here it is. This is him out on the street. You'll see a guy holding everybody's crowding around him. It's pretty obvious who's who here, but I'll zoom in a little bit. Here is Ricky Pearsall just after he got shot. And there's no audio to this one. So why is there no audio to this? There should be audio for this. Why is there no audio? Why is this not working? Okay. Apparently the best thing that came out of this is we got the best offensive lineman in football back on the field because of it. Here is 49ers offensive tackle Trent Williams talking about the Ricky Pearsall shooting.
Honestly, to be real, I felt more compelled to come back after that than anything, because I've never experienced that, like, in my playing career, to have a teammate shot, so to speak.
No, not for real. Not so to speak.
Like,
for
man,
real.
I just want to get back, get around the team. Like, Ricky stood out to me because when I popped in for OTAs for the 30 minutes I was here, he did like go out of his way to come and introduce himself to me, in which we was gonna meet each other eventually. But I'm getting there. There's 90 guys on the team. I'm just walking out. I don't really know everybody just yet. So for him to come up and kind of introduce, and I just instantly felt his vibe, and could just feel he's such a genuine person. So as soon as I seen that happen, I'm like, man, I just want to give back. I just want to be, a voice in his ear, let him know everything gonna be all right. I'll be there for the team. A lot of people probably hurt and confused about what happened and thinking that am I next, So I wanted to be around for that. But my message is just to realize you're a target, and this world is a hard place. It's a very, very, very harsh place, and I think sometimes we are shielded from reality. For better or worse, whatever the reason is, we can be. So just staying in the moment and realizing that, your life is more important than anything that you can wake up and put on. So just always keep that eye out, man, and just know that there's people out here that don't really value human life. You just gotta be aware of that.
Oh, wise words. Wise words. That's what offensive tackles, man. We know what we're talking about. You gotta I gotta give anytime.
Baddest man in the NFL when it comes to tackles in the last 30 years.
He's awesome. He's so good. I love him so much. He's so fun to watch. If you give a shit about linemen like I do, I watch probably more of the linemen than I do running backs and shit. When I'm throwing the ball, I'm looking at the linemen because I love the battle between the offense and defensive line. And he's such a force, and he's so good. And that's such a cool story that he vibed so good with that dude in one meeting that he was like, shit, I got to get back with my fucking team. I got to fuck all this money shit. Let's just fucking get this worked out so I can get back with my boys and play some fucking football here. That's a
quick little another NFL quote. Mike Zimmer, ex Minnesota Vikings head coach, new defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, and they had an interview with him earlier in the week. And when he had got fired from Minnesota back in 2017, they asked him, said, did you address the team after you got fired? And his answer was, hell no, they're the reason I got fired.
That's some balls. That's some balls. I think I saw the headline of that. I just didn't get to it because I was so many other things going on. But yeah, no, that's pretty fucking crazy. That's a ballsy statement from him. And what is going on in San Francisco? I've been to San Francisco. I went there when I was with the old show. It's where the Target guy thing happened. That's where Barry Bonds was trying to break the record, and Rover and I went there for the Target guy thing. And I remember thinking to myself, this is one of the coolest places I've ever been. San Francisco was so beautiful. The people were so nice. It was so clean. It was awesome. I loved it there. We were walking the streets, nothing to worry about. Didn't feel like I was going to get robbed. Just totally like at ease walking through San Francisco. This was in, I don't know what year he broke that record. 2014, 2015, 2014, 2015. No, even earlier than that. Because we were at the old station. So that was probably 2007 maybe? 2008?
17 years ago?
Yeah, something crazy like that. Let's see, what year did Bonds break the record? 2007. Okay, so, wait, what?
17 years ago.
Oh, yeah, so August 7th, 2007 is when he was there. I was actually there when he hit the 756 career home run. It was pretty fucking cool, actually. But that city has gone to shit. I've read stories that people in San Francisco leave their windows down on their cars and leave them unlocked because so many people were breaking into cars and stuff like that. And so you can't walk down the street there without, apparently in the middle of the afternoon, without worrying about getting robbed and shot. I mean, that's just crazy to think that, like, the old boss and I were walking around. This is late at night. This is after baseball games. We're walking around 2 o'clock in the morning around all these, in the dark, no people around, not even a little bit concerned. And now in the middle of the day, you can't, because of the democratic policies they have in place in California.
You ain't kidding, brother. Preach.
No, I honestly don't know what the fucking downfall of that city is, but if I had to guess, it probably is bail reform and all that kind of stuff.
I think it had a lot to do with the amount of tech companies that went there and the drastic change of cost of living. that happened like
It skyrocketed.
overnight, you know.
Yeah, it did skyrocket
Yeah,
there.
and caused all these people that, you know, made a modest income and everything like that instantly can't afford to be in their own city, and it just forced homelessness upon them.
There's a lot of homeless people in San Francisco now. A lot of crime in San Francisco. It's one of the most beautiful cities, and now it is there are people getting shot in the middle of the fucking day.
And people pooping on the street.
Yeah, well, that's been happening for years. When I was a little kid, went to a Browns game. I was probably like 8 or 9. Watched the dude just straight up take a shit in an alley, and I was like, "What is that?" And that was my dad goes, "There's some homeless guy pooping in the alley." And I went, "Oh, okay. I guess that's normal." Okay, he didn't bat an eye at it, so neither did I. I was like, "Okay, I guess it's normal." All right, I got a couple quick videos here before we wrap things up. They're real quick ones. This one is I believe this is in Russia. What is going on with these fucking videos not playing audio?
Quick, you watch, you get caught up on any KT?
No,
Yo,
I haven't
Tony?
watched any of them. What is going on?
All right.
Hold on one sec.
New comedy special, by the way, by Matt Rife on Netflix. His crowd work special was really good.
Was it good? I did see that you were, I did see, he was on Kill Tony this week, right?
Yeah, and it was a killer episode.
All right, I'm going to have to check that out. For some reason, something's going on with my thing. I have no audio coming out of any of my videos right now. Yeah, I have no idea why it's doing this.
It usually only happens when you're trying to pull videos from Instagram.
Yeah, no, it's not even, so like when I drag in a video, it shows two things. It shows like the video file and the audio file. For some reason, it's not showing any of the audio files. What the fuck? Well, you don't really, I guess, even need the audio for this one. It's just, what the fuck? This is so weird. All right, this one's pretty visual, so you really don't need anything for it. Hold on one sec, over here. Effects. Sorry, guys, I'm fighting with this thing right now. All right, it'll be worth it, I promise. All right, here we go. Check this out. I believe this is in Russia. You'll see on there is a bear on top of a guy. Yep. This is the after. You'll see he's fighting for his life. A guy had just come up and kicked the bear. He's whacking the bear, trying to get it off of him. Now, in a minute, you're going to see why. Don't poke the bear. They poke the bear. And then the bear just goes right back to like nothing ever fucking happened. This is how it started.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Let me zoom out a little bit because here we go. I'll go frame by frame here a little bit for you guys so you can see the bear you notice the thing it was on? Can you see that, Mikey? The very beginning of it?
Things that the kids wheel around on.
It's on a hoverboard. Yeah, hold on. I think I have a... Wait, there's music on this one? So there it was. You can see the bear on the hoverboard a little bit more before it goes after the dude. Ugh.
Wild.
Ugh. Ugh. There you go. Thank you, BSK Graham. Apparently it was called...
He was all right.
He got up and walked away after it happened.
Yep.
I mean, this is the craziest part of it. They just both get up like nothing ever happened. Like, look at this. Okay. That bear wasn't just killing me. He's just walking like he's fine. It's nuts. All right, this next video.
That's crazy.
We'll wrap with this next video. This one blew my mind, and if the audio doesn't play on this video, I'm going to be so fucking pissed because it's all audio. Okay, good. You got to be able to hear the audio on this one. It must have been something in those ones I downloaded. They just didn't pull audio properly or something. That was strange. All right, this is a video of a train crossing. Now, I love a good train crossing video. Check this out. This is a Pepsi van, and it's a little bit kind of shitty, grainy quality because it's the best I could find of this video. But check this out. So you can kind of see he hit the thing is down, and he blows right through. Kind of fucking idiot. Well, maybe he was drunk. I don't know. But and this fucking guy just takes his sweet ass time to get through the fucking intersection.
Just absurd.
Absolutely crazy. So, all right. I have a video that we'll play tomorrow from CYX that we'll dive into because there's a little bit of an update from our story from Aurora, Colorado. I don't know if you saw this, Mikey. There was a fake viral clip that went around this weekend that got me so fired up. Remember, did we talk? We talked. You were on when we talked about the Aurora, Colorado apartment complex that got taken over, right? Oh, you weren't. You weren't on. Have you heard this story?
Oh God, this is the Venezuelan gang or something like that?
Yeah. So they took over this apartment complex, maybe two of them in Colorado. And CYX sent me a video about that, but we'll play that tomorrow. But the videos I saw all weekend were supposedly that the Hells Angels, the Mongols, and the Outlaws all banded together to ride out west to clear out these apartment buildings. I did the same thing. I literally walked in my house and went, hell fucking yeah. Now we're going to get a little bit of fucking action taken. Some fucking vigilante justice. That'll just get the police involved in itself. If the vigilantes are there to break it up, they'll have to get involved then because God forbid people protect themselves. Turned out, whole thing was fake. It was just a bunch of other rally videos that people had fucking taken. There was one guy, a Hells Angel guy, who posted something. He just went, all right, there was like 9 of us. Now there's 12 of us. We're heading out west. And people took that and just ran with it and turned it into a whole thing that it was the Hells Angels and MCs coming together.
A Venezuelan gang took over an apartment complex, meaning like the tenants of the complex now pay the gang, or is it like...
This is where the details get a little bit sketchy in this story. And that's part of what CYX sent. So we'll dive into that a little bit more tomorrow, because I think there might be a little bit more to this story, to be honest with you. And I got to dig a little bit deeper into it to kind of flesh out other story. But
I'm going to dig into it too, because I read some other stuff too about Venezuelan gangs taking over some shit in Chicago too. So
I saw that same post as well. So we'll have to see if this is just a talking point kind of thing that's been created for the election, or if this is actually legitimately going on. So I want to dig a little bit more. You know what? Not even dig. Just give it a couple more days here to kind of everything, the actual real details that come out, because
details fall out of it.
Yeah, the local councilwoman there, the local mayor, and the local news have all verified this is a real story. But the governor of Colorado has come out and said, or one of his spokespersons, came out and said that this is a figment of the congresswoman's or a councilwoman's imagination. The whole thing is made up, basically, is what the governor's office said. So we'll get more into that tomorrow because there's a lot there and we just don't have time for it. So once again, those of you who are watching on Twitch, thank you. Appreciate you guys doing that. Just remember, make sure you're still interacting with the show as much as you can. Just give us calls. If you can't.
Are we doing a watch party for Thursday night?
Thursday night's the plan, baby. That's what I want to kind of go. That's kind of why I brought that up, because I just want to remind everybody that as we move into football season, the kind of schedule changes a little bit around. So the way it works during football season is on Mondays, we do a short main show, and then we come back with a members-only Monday Night Football watch party. And I want to stress, that's members only. So if you want to come hang out with us while we watch football, make sure you have your membership at the tier 2 level. That's $3 a month to come hang out with us while we watch Monday Night Football. We do the same thing on Thursdays. We do short shows on Thursdays, or sometimes, honestly, Monday and Thursday. We actually, sometimes we just don't even get to a show and we just do the members only stuff. So it's important if you guys don't want to miss those and you want to hang out. We have a lot of fun during those games. Just bullshitting, talking football. They're real chill, smoking and drinking, and it's really just like hanging out at a bar watching a game, basically, just doing it on
I
YouTube.
might try to throw together a NFL Pick'em League where we can drop the link tomorrow night for the chat, so we can kind of just keep track of it and stuff like that.
Whatever you want.
Cheap. it's free to do, and
Put
then
it-
it'll give us something to talk about, and casual fans and how they pick games and stuff like that.
Okay, perfect. So, all right. Well, make sure you guys all have access to that, or make sure you're here tomorrow night then, so you can get the link if Mikey gets that all put together. And then, like I said, make sure you have memberships if you don't know a lot. I don't know when they renew every month. I think it's somewhere around the 20th or 21st, or it might be based on when everybody themselves sign
Yeah,
up.
I think
So,
it's when you renew it, because
is it?
I know
Okay.
mine's at a different date than
Perfect. Well, then make
that.
sure you guys do, if you're not already renewed, make sure you get that renewed. And then, of course, we will be doing this during Browns games. That's the most important one. So that's my favorite ones to do because I get to kind of call the games a little bit as we do it. And again, I kind of liken it to just hanging out at the bar, but you're doing it, here instead. So get yourself some drinks, get yourself some tailgate food, get yourself some parties, some smoke materials, whatever you do to watch the game. And we'll have some fun. Smoke, drink, eat,
dude,
watch some ball.
Speaking of smoke materials, I hadn't gone into the dispensary in a while today, and my the dude gave me one of these guys to smoke today.
The bung, what does that say? Bangladesh?
It's Bangladesh Farms, and it's called the Bung Hole.
That's awesome.
And you can see that it's 2 grams of flour. It's got a 0.5 gram of rosin hockey puck in the middle.
Oh, geez.
With a glass tip.
Ooh.
And the QR code is actually directions on how to smoke it. It says you should have no less than 4 people, and it should take about an hour and a half to smoke. So I will be enjoying this Thursday night for our members only watch party.
How much is that?
Just to give it. Dude, it was a $70 pre-roll.
Ooh, that's not bad though if it's going to last that long.
And he was like, here, just take it. I was like, okay, thanks.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. He just hooked you up with that?
Yeah, because I hadn't been around in a while. I hadn't been in the shop in like a month.
Now, do you think that's a legit one or do you think you're getting THCA?
Oh, no, this is a legit one. This is from one of only 2 dispensaries I go to.
Oh, legit dispensary. Okay, cool. I didn't know. Our dispensary is like, they're not giving away anything for free. That would never happen at one of ours. Never.
Dude, they do it so often. You just got to start going to one regularly and start juicing them for price.
I'm telling you, these are all so corporate run and everything. There's just like yours not going to a Rise and doing that, right?
No, Rise won't do it. You guys, maybe you guys don't have any like locally owned ones yet.
No, definitely not. No, everything is totally regulated, corporate, and yeah, there's no mom and pop weed shops. None of that shit.
Yeah, no, both the ones that I go to are locally owned.
Oh, see, that would be so cool to be able to just fucking go and just go in there and get a fucking huge badass fucking pre-roll like that or whatever. So, real quick before we wrap it up, I got a quick phone call. It looks like Curious George is on. Curious George, you're on another dumb show. What's up, bro?
Good evening, guys. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
What's up, buddy?
Good. I'm a little behind on the show. I hit pause because I had to make dinner. I'm at the part where you guys were talking about B2, so maybe you've moved on, or sorry, B1, and you moved on from it, but it's a question about her, if that's cool.
Sure.
Not unless you're saying, George, we went past that already 20 minutes ago. You're cool with it?
Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap up the show, but I'll knock it out real quick if you want. Go ahead.
Okay, so the part that I was listening to is where you were saying, I wish I was there for her, but, well, her mom was there, so that's good at the emergency room. And you know what, maybe it's the best because the lady hates me to death and stuff. But how does it make it more difficult when in your relationship when I know how much she loves her parents and stuff and her sister, where the mother, like, despises you? Is there ever thought of a future? Because at one point you were engaged and now you're kind of working on things, but is there a future there where you're thinking, or is it more like, look, man, the mom hates me. I'm just going day by day.
I think it's day by day. I don't think she has any idea what she wants, to be honest with you. I don't think she has a clue. I've mentioned on the show repeatedly that we need to sit down and figure out what is our future, what are we doing, You know, what's our relationship plans for the future? You know what I mean? Because right now, I mean, yeah, like I'm not going to her parents' house for a barbecue or something. Like it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that makes it pretty difficult. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to bring that up. I'm way behind the show, and I heard that and went, man, I'm really curious of, what's really going on here and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you're my boy and all, so kind of want
No,
to make sure you're happy. So.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I was a little distraught that I was not able to be there for her. I was kind of angry because, you know, in the past it would have been me getting the phone call to go, you know, pick her up and take care of her and stuff, and that wasn't the case this time. And I missed the text, so it could have been different if I'd have seen the text from her. I probably would have been on my way to go get her, and that wouldn't even have been a thing. But it made me think. I was like, you know, this is stupid. I can't really be there for her because of, you know, whatever. And that kind of sucks. So yeah, we need to sit down and figure out what's going on. But she, she's just applying for school again to finish and get her actual vet tech degree and all that stuff officially. She's going back to school. And so, that's going to be her focus. Our relationship's not her focus, that kind of stuff. So it's just like, try to give her space and give her time to work on herself. And then you would think, I mean, we're getting along. We have we see each other every day. We say, I love you. And, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
the next steps are like, we're it's like we're back at the beginning of barely dating. You know what I mean? Like when you're just seeing each other.
Have you ever thought about, because she might like, sorry for talking over you, Dom. She might actually like this if you go, you know what? I'd like to make dinner, have the mom come by. The boys will be here because, of course, she'd probably be happy to see the sons, have it a family thing and go, I would like to talk to her. I'd like to show the mother, look, man, I love your daughter. She has my heart. I love her. Because she might look at it going, yeah, you're making an effort trying to talk to the mother. Here it is, taking relationship advice from me that doesn't have one. But I'm just saying, you're a good guy,
not,
but,
I don't think that's bad advice at all. If that's, I just don't see that happening. I don't know how to explain it, really. I just don't see it. Just the way her family is versus, I just don't see them being like, yeah, if anything, we'd maybe go out to dinner or talk or something like that, but never like me make dinner and then come over here. Or they'd be like, no, we'll make it, you come over here. It would be on their terms, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? They would have to have home base on that kind of situation. So, no, but they're all, I'm not speaking poorly of them at all. I love her mom and her dad, or her stepdad at least. So I actually miss that. I miss being a part of that family. I really loved being a part of their family. So that's probably one of the things that I hate the most about the fact that, things didn't really work out. So in that sense,
is your sister cool with you? Is the sister cool with you?
Her little sister?
Well, she has a sister. I know that. But
yeah, I mean, her sister's like,
sister.
Like her sister's a teenager. She doesn't care. She's worried about herself.
Okay.
She doesn't give a shit about me. She's got her own problems, that's for sure. So, all right, George.
All right,
well,
man.
There you go. I appreciate the call, my dude.
All right, take care, man. Later.
All right, later, bro. All righty, my dude, Mikey. I love you. I think that's gonna wrap us up. I'll catch you tomorrow, dude. All right.
Indeed.
All right, later, bro. See ya. Alrighty, folks, that's officially going to wrap things up for us here on episode number 253. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me. I hope you, like I said, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to a wonderful week ahead of us. This is the busiest month of the year for me, so I'm giving you guys a heads up now. There will likely be days where we'll be randomly off, possible some Mondays, and that will be just literally Monday Night Football. Because we're heading into the busiest weekend of my month here. So I got a lot of weddings this month. So, but fortunately we're out ahead of all of them paperwork wise and itineraries and stuff like that. Our boy Ken, one of the fantasy football league members, I think his fiance sent me back some of her customization stuff, a little bit ago, some revisions for the itinerary. So, Yeah, if you know anybody getting married, clevelandreception.com, best fucking DJ around. Photo booth, lighting, all that good stuff. So if you know anybody getting married, send them my way. That's it. We're out of here, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. I believe we'll be back at 7. I'm out of here. See you.